Things are heating up in Saudi Arabia as the unified heavyweight champ Alexander Usyk and the former two-time unified champion Anthony Joshua get set to rumble again in the rage on the Red Sea. And it's one of the most important fights in years. Usyk, who previously held the cruiserweight title, currently holds a perfect 19-0 record. And he'll be looking to repeat the clinical demolition of AJ he performed last September. In his open workout, the Ukrainian champion known as the Cat showed off his feline-esque reflexes with a coin trick. Usyk balanced 4 coins on his forearm before throwing them into the air and catching them all one at a time. It's an illustrative example of the phenomenal skill, speed, and coordination that won him the WBA, IBF, and WBO belts in their last meeting. Combine that with his inimitable footwork and the fact he's now looking like a legitimate heavyweight, it's understandable why he's the favorite to retain the titles. Meanwhile, Joshua has 24 victories and 2 losses to his name, with a fear-inducing 22 knockouts. His only 2 losses came in title fights, and he's looking to regain the unified titles for a second time with an upset. If AJ was feeling nervous about the rematch, though, it didn't show. He spent time in his open workout taking selfies with one of the all-time great heavyweights, the real deal Evander Holyfield, and Derek Chisora, for some reason. Usyk versus AJ for the WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight world titles goes down this weekend. And all of a sudden, it might be for even more than just 3 belts. Why? It's happened again. The WBC and lineal heavyweight champion Tyson Fury has retired from boxing, but who knows if it will stick this time. Massive thanks to everyone who had an input in my career over the years, said Fury on social media. And after long, hard conversations, I've finally decided to walk away. And on my 34th birthday, I say bon voyage. The announcement came just 3 days after the retired Fury issued a challenge to fellow Englishman Derek Chisora for a trilogy showdown. With Alexander Usyk and Anthony Joshua throwing down for the remaining 3 belts this weekend, Fury's about-face on retirement made many speculate that the WBC champ was planning on facing the winner for the undisputed title. Instead, the Gypsy King relinquished the ring heavyweight title, which is telling. That belt is an honorary title, unlike the WBC strap he didn't vacate, so don't be surprised by yet another comeback. For now, though, this latest retirement is just one of many, but at least he looks content.
How's retirement doing you?
Retirement rocks. Really enjoying retirement, baby. I worked hard for this, so I'm enjoying every single moment. Peace out.
To the junior welterweights, Teofimo Lopez is back, and the takeover may begin again. The former unified lightweight champion made his debut in his new division with a 7th-round stoppage of Pedro Campa. But is he ready to take on the champs? In November of 2020, Lopez was considered one of the best fighters on the planet, following his upset win over Vasily Lomachenko to unify 3 of the 4 belts at lightweight. 9 months later, that all changed in an instant when George Kambosos outpointed him for an even bigger upset. It was later revealed that Lopez had suffered an esophageal tear before the bout, and that he had been struggling with the weight cut for years. The long layoff and move up in weight seemed like the smart and timely move to make.
A true champion never gets distracted, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of it all, man, this ain't my first rodeo. 21 years in the game, blood, sweat, and tears. So do your research, see it. 5-time world champion. We just here to go and dominate and do what we always do, entertain.
The bout played out as expected, with Lopez seemingly able to land at will, but it wasn't the show-stopping performance he would have wanted. It was enough for him, though, to start calling out the champs. We want Josh Taylor. We want Regis Prograis. We want Jose Zepeda. That's what we want. We want to be a 2-division world champion, stated Lopez. I'll take all them boys and take all their dreams away. I'm here to be their nightmare. With all three champions tied up with upcoming bouts, it's unlikely that Lopez will get a shot at a championship belt in his next fight, but that could be a good thing. With his lackluster performance, Lopez may want some time to get used to the new weight before the takeover begins in full. And 30 years after their fathers faced each other in a rematch for a super middleweight world title, Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn are ready to settle the family feud. And for Eubank Jr., this could be the last fight of his career.
You know, for me, this is actually, so for him it's a win-win. For me, it's a lose-lose. If I lose to Conor Benn on the 8th of October, I'm finished. Finished. I can't, you know, my goal is to fight for a world title within the next year. I can't lose to Conor Benn and then say, hey, let me fight for a middleweight world title. It just can't happen.
Eubank Jr. has already fought for a super middleweight world title, losing a unanimous decision to George Groves back in 2018. The 32-year-old now sees this as a chance to show his superiority by taking on his younger 25-year-old nemesis.
You know, I'm going to be his fatherly figure during the lead up to this fight and on the night.
Excuse me, 1 second, Chris. Whose dad was here holding their hand their whole career? Whole career.
I'm just saying.
Oh no, I don't need nothing. You do.
I'm gonna be your father for this fight.
You do. I don't.
I'm gonna take you to school. I'm gonna walk you through the doors. I'm gonna sit you down in class, and I'm gonna stick on you, and I'm gonna teach you every single lesson you need to learn. That's how I see the fight playing out.
Meanwhile, the undefeated Benn is a welterweight moving up at least 2 divisions just for his chance to avenge his father's loss. But it's hard to tell who is more annoyed by their decision to fight at a catchweight.
Mate, you suggested the weight to us and we agreed. We just simply applied you make the weight. That was all.
Did you send the contract to me or did we send it to you?
Oh, well, sorry, it's your team that are informing my team. So that's not a me problem. Okay. We was told you can make this weight.
I can make the weight.
Okay, well then that ain't a disadvantage. Surely going up 2 weights is a disadvantage.
We both have advantages and disadvantages leading up to this fight.
Okay, fair, but you're just playing the underdog card.
Conor, you can't beat me.
Okay, but I'm gonna say the same about you. You're not seeing this as a 50-50 is a problem with your ego.
No, it's not.
No, of course it is.
Eubank versus Benn for family honor is set to go down at the O2 Arena in London, England this October 8. Wait be damned.
Thanks for watching, and remember, if you want more fight sports in your life, just hit the subscribe button.